Hi everyone, Harrison here from LED Torch Shop, here with an Imalent torch, the RT90. Now it's a sort of a mini searchlight, really capable, super deep reflector, but before I get into any of the specs, I'll just show you what you get in the pack. Just quickly overview, so you get a nice little box here. You obviously get your user manual with all your operation there. You get your charging cable and a couple spare O-rings. It is a magnetic charger, so it's just USB to their sort of Imalent's charging sort of mechanism here, where it's just the positive and negative just goes straight on, magnetizes straight on there. Really simple. If you've got a couple other Imalent torches, they charge sort of the same way. And you also get a holster too, so just sort of your top side holster, all nylon, really sturdy, so you're not going to worry about losing that. But moving on, here's a torch. Now as you can see, it is a stubby thing, really compact, but yeah, it's full of amazing throw, I reckon. It's running off a luminous SBT90 second gen LED, and it's really deep set. Pretty much that whole top of the torch, pretty much past the charger, it looks like pretty much down to the charger, is all reflector. Now it's a super smooth reflector, aluminium SMO reflector, so yeah, really good quality, and it really shows when you're on those lower outputs. It's got a maximum output of 4,800 lumens, which is pretty big, and they've managed to sort of condense that really highly to nearly 500,000 sort of candela in the middle there. So it is really hot spotty, and it has a really nice sort of overall view as well. So not only do you get that penetration, that view straight in the guts, but around the outside you can actually see like pretty much everything, and it just doesn't have that throw that center does, but just walking around, it's a real pleasure. It's running off 4 18500 batteries, so loads of runtime. Max runtime is about 90 hours. That's running on that low eco modes. Battery indicator, like I was saying before, there's a magnetic charging port on one end, and yeah, it's actually really comfortable in the hand. Doesn't get overly hot. It will get warm, obviously, on those higher outputs on the turbos and the high. Being so small and having your hand around it, but it does have thermo control, so it will drop down for you when it sort of senses itself too hot, and sort of save its battery life and save it from hurting itself. Run times and outputs though, so you are looking at a low of 10 lumens for 90 hours, so that's your max run time, and that is actually really nice. Probably don't see it too much on camera, but to the naked eye at night, that thing does actually throw quite away. I was just walking around on low, and I could see fine sort of anywhere I wanted to go. It was pretty bright night, it wasn't super pitch black or anything, but yeah, low is easy enough to walk around because they've managed to concentrate that candela so highly in the middle. Low middle is about 350 lumens, and you're getting about 2.5 hours runtime on that. Again, great light, manages to penetrate a long way, and you do start to get that peripheral view on sort of that output. Jumping up to your middle, you get about 1,350 lumens for an hour and a half, and yeah, that's where this light comes into its own. It's like a laser beam in the middle, and then the outside is a really nice circular sort of fashion, and yeah, you can see pretty much everything you want to for that. Jumping up to your high mode is 2,800 lumens for about 90 seconds, minute and a half or so, and then it's going to drop down for another 90 minutes, so an hour and a half, to 1,350 lumens, and that's impressive. Really impressive light. I didn't find myself having to jump up to turbo too much walking around with this. It just, when you hit a tree line, it really just sort of penetrates through that. So normal lights, flood lights and things like that, you go to a tree line, it just sort of disperses across the whole thing, and you kind of can't really see through anything. Whereas these type of lights, this light especially, just manages to get through all those trunks and all those branches, and you can actually see into that tree line with the peripheral light lighting up the tree line as well. So yeah, it's really, really fantastic light. Then you got your turbo, 4,800 lumens, your max output for 70 seconds or so before it gets too hot, and that's dropped back down for another, drops back down to 1,350 lumens for about an hour or so, hour and 20 minutes. So great run times, especially on those mid modes. But yeah, it really, really is a nice compact Searchlight. Built-in battery, so they're running off the little small 18500s. 4 of them in there, but you can't take them out or anything like that, so it is just a rechargeable handle. And yeah, it is a really, really fantastic Searchlight. Operation though, super simple, like a lot of the sort of Imalent torches. It's just a 1 press on, and I've got my low mode there, so that's that 10 lumens. As you can see, that is super concentrated. When it's sort of out at distance, there's sort of a gate or something like that. It's about a meter and a bit high. That hotspot is quite a lot bigger than that. So to put it in reference, it's probably like 1.5 stories that hotspot actually fills. So it on those higher outputs and out to distance, yeah, it is really, really nice. And then to sort of cycle up, you just have to hold down, and then it sort of jumps right up. And you can see that hotspot sort of growing now. And then that peripheral light starts to become really, really nice. But you can see it ends quite abruptly. And that, yeah, out at night, that becomes really, really nice. Also got a strobe function. As a lot of Imalent torches, it's just a straight on. It does have a memory function. 1 click on, 1 click off. If you want to get to turbo, it's quick double press, and that's turbo straight away. And then 1 click off. So really easy to use. You will notice it getting a little bit hot, but if you use it right, you're going to get tons of runtime and really high outputs. It wasn't too cold last night, and it did get a bit warm, but it never dropped down for me. So obviously it has to get quite warm for it to drop down. A couple other things. It is IPX8 rated, so pretty standard waterproof rating. 1.5 meters impact resistant. Weighing in about ½ kilo, so it's not going to be a drama to sort of carry around all night. There isn't a lanyard hole on there, so you are going to have to carry it. But saying that, it does come with a holster, and yeah, it's not. I didn't find it too heavy or anything. If you're into the stubby sort of handles and sort of bigger lights, really nice throwers, yeah, this is definitely one to consider. Let us know what you think about it. I really like it. I love the deep set smooth reflectors, and just a really nice throwy lights that can actually penetrate sort of a tree line. It is rated around that 1.3 kilometers. Sort of didn't get to test it, and to be honest, you don't really see it too much on camera. It's really hard to sort of get that distance without sort of perfect lighting and everything. But yeah, let us know what you think. If you've got any questions, feel free to drop them below. We'll drop a link to the RT90 below, where you can check out the whole Imalent range. They've got some really nice lights out at the moment, and yeah, definitely worth a look if you're interested in sort of a stubby thrower. Feel free to like, subscribe. If you're enjoying the content, let us know. We've got new content coming out every week. But yeah, thanks for watching this one, and we'll catch you on the next one.